Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be back. I'm Mrs. Harris, and I'm here with another counseling lesson this week. Last week, if you'll remember, we talked about the upstairs brain and the downstairs brain, and we're learning the difference between the two and what we can do to help ourselves when we're feeling upset. If you'll remember, our downstairs part of our brain is where we have our feelings. Our upstairs part of our brain is where we do our problem solving and our critical thinking. So obviously, if we're having a really strong emotion, we're going to have to learn how to use our upstairs part of our brain to solve or work through a problem that we may have. Okay, so I have Clarissa here with me today, Calming Clarissa. She's going to talk to you guys for just a minute and tell you what we're going to be doing. Hi, Clarissa. Hello. Oh, come here. Oh, let me get you ready. Oh. Fix your hair. Oh, how are you doing today? Good. Okay, boys and girls, can you say hi to Clarissa? Hi, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us today for our lesson. Today we're going to learn some different things that you can do to calm down if you're having a very strong emotion. So Mrs. Harris is going to talk about some of those things. Yes, I am, Clarissa. So thank you for introducing our lesson. You're welcome. And you can have a seat back over here. Okay. All right, I'm just going to sit you right here. Oh, there we go. You got it? Okay, there she is. Okay, like Clarissa said, sometimes we experience very strong emotions, and that's a normal part of growing up and part of being a human, okay? So, but whenever we experience those emotions, usually we get a signal or a clue in our body, like our heart starts beating faster, we start breathing faster, maybe we get really tense, and that signals, wow, there's something wrong, I'm having a problem. Okay, so I want you to think about these few steps that you can take to help calm your body down. Okay, first of all, let's have a situation like maybe you're angry. Okay, step one is going to be to turn away or move away from whatever it is that made you angry. Maybe your brother or sister did something and it made you feel really angry. One of the first thing that will help you is to get some physical distance between you and that person so that you can calm down. Okay, if my sister or brother just made me angry and I'm real close to them and looking at them, it's harder for me to calm down than if I can go somewhere else. So maybe you can go to another room, maybe you can go outside. Maybe you're in the car and you can't really go anywhere, but you could turn your body away from them so that you don't have to look at them. That's what you want to do. You want to turn away or walk away from them. Another thing you can do is just close your eyes. Okay, so as long as you're not looking at them, and if you can put some distance between you and that person, that will help you calm down. It's the same thing if you're playing a video game and you're getting frustrated with the game, then you need to get off of the game, go away from the game, and take a break. Okay, so get away from it. So step number one is turn away, walk away, one of those things. Okay. Step number two, like we talked about earlier, whenever we get angry, we have all this adrenaline built up in our body, especially if we're really, really angry. And so that adrenaline interferes with our ability to problem solve. So we have to work through that adrenaline. Doing some simple physical exercises is one way you can work through and get some of that adrenaline out of your body so that your body starts to calm down. Okay, so simple physical exercises, you might do something like you can just jog in place. And you'll notice that if you jog in place, you're going to start getting a little bit tired. It's going to work through some of that energy. You're going to use that energy up in your walk and get it out that way. Okay, or maybe you're at home and you can go outside and walk in the backyard or run back and forth from a certain point outside. You may be able to play a game. Maybe you have a basketball and you can go outside and shoot some hoops, jumping and dribbling and things, throwing the basketball. That's all ways to get the adrenaline out of your body, and it's helping you and not making the problem worse. You might play soccer or football or basketball or do gymnastics. Anything like that will help. You could do jumping jacks, all those types of things. So sometimes when we're really super mad, we have to deal with the adrenaline first. We want to get away and get some of that adrenaline out of our system. Then we can move to something like doing our breathing exercises. And you'll probably recognize these 3 exercises that we're going to review and talk about today. But if you weren't here last year, or maybe you were absent that day, you might not know them. So there's 3 simple exercises I want to talk to you about today, breathing exercises. That's another way to calm our bodies down. The first one is called lazy 8 breathing. Okay, and they call it lazy 8 because it's like the number 8, but because it's sideways, that's why they call it lazy 8, like it fell over. It was too lazy to stand up. Okay, anyway, so you'll notice that there's a star in the middle, and you'll notice on this side it says breathe in, on this side it says breathe out. So we're actually going to trace the shape with our finger, and when we're tracing this side, we're going to breathe in, take a breath in, and when we go on that side, we're going to take a breath out. Okay, so let me show you. We're going to start right here, and the arrow's pointing up, so I'm going to take a deep breath in and trace around that circle like this. And then I'm going to follow the arrow and breathe out. Then I would try it again. Now the objective is to trace it slowly, okay? Because we want to slow our breathing and our heart rate down so that we can be calm. Because when we're calm, our heart's just beating at a normal rate and we're breathing at a normal rate. So we're just going to do it very slowly. Breathe in and then breathe out. And I can send copies of this to your teachers if you want to print off your own, or you can just draw your own. You can copy this picture. Okay, so try it with me. Are you ready? Pretend like your finger is right there in the middle. Okay, take a deep breath in through your nose. Now blow it out through your mouth. Do it again. Breathe in through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth. So this is just one model of breathing. Another one is called the 6 sides of breathing. You might recognize this one. It's the same idea, except with this one, we're going to start right here where the star is. We're going to take a breath in, we're going to hold it, and then we're going to breathe out. Then we're going to take a breath in and hold it and breathe out. And you can trace it with your finger, okay? So starting here, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, blow out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, notice that we're going to breathe out for a long time. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to show you. Okay, so it doesn't matter which breathing exercise you do, but these are just some examples of some different ones you could try. Okay, now the third one I'm going to show you is just doing something simple like going to a quiet place. Maybe you're going to sit on your bed in your bedroom. Maybe you're going to go outside and sit in your yard. Maybe you're going to sit on your porch, and you're just going to take a breath in and blow the pinwheel. And this helps us calm down, just taking some slow breaths and blowing it. And we're going to talk next time about how we can use things by holding something, by looking at it, by listening to it. Using our senses can help us calm down. Okay, so the pinwheel, or you can just take a deep breath in like we did last time. And remember when we were picturing breathing in all the warm air and melting away all our troubles and blowing it out? So breathing exercises is a great way to calm our bodies. Okay? Now, the third thing I want to talk to you about has to do with our thinking and things we are saying to ourselves. Because, believe it or not, what we think and say affects how we feel, which affects how we act. Okay? So, when you're doing these calming exercises, it can be very helpful to say positive or nice things to yourself, encouraging things. For example, here's some positive self talk statements that I like to say. I am strong. I am in control. I can do it. I can be responsible. You might also say something like, I am calm. Sometimes when I have a big problem, I say to myself, I can handle this. I can do it. It's going to be okay. I can calm myself down. But saying those things while you're exercising or while you're doing your breathing is another way to help calm down your body. Okay? So we learned that if we have a very strong emotion, like maybe we are crying hard, maybe we're really super angry, the first thing to do is try to put some distance or get away from whatever it is that made us feel angry or that caused the strong emotion. Turn away from it, walk away from it if we can. Then, if we're angry, we have to get that adrenaline out. So, we're going to do some type of exercise. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do some breathing exercises. We might do our lazy 8 breathing. We might do our 6-sided breathing. We might breathe and blow on a pinwheel. We might go blow some bubbles. We might just breathe in and breathe out on our own, okay, without using anything else. And then once we've learned how to calm down our bodies, that's when we're going to be able to work on the upstairs part of our brain or the problem-solving part of our brain. So, before we get to that part, the upstairs part, our next couple of lessons, we're still going to be learning some different things that we can do to calm our bodies down and really to relax and to make our bodies strong and healthy. Okay? Because strong emotions may be caused from what we call stress. And there's different kinds of stress. Stress is usually something that causes us to react in a certain way, okay? A little bit of stress can be good. For example, a little bit of stress for me in the mornings would be like, uh-oh, my alarm's got to go off. I got to get up and go to work, okay? If I didn't have to go to work every day, maybe I wouldn't get up so early. Maybe I would sleep in more. Maybe I would not get as much done. So that little extra stress of, oops, I got to get up. I got to go to work. Miss Berman's going to be there. She's going to expect to see me. The boys and girls are going to expect to see me. That little bit of stress is good for us and it helps us. But sometimes we have so much stress that it causes these strong emotions, and that's not so helpful for us. So we're going to learn how to just take care of ourselves and deal with our emotions so that we stay in control of us. We'll be learning again and talking in the coming weeks of some other lessons. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'm hoping that when I come in on our Zoom meetings that you guys will be able to talk a little bit about this. Let me know if you are doing the lessons and if you're learning something, if it's helping you. And I would like for you to tell me or give me some ideas. What do you do when you're upset that helps you calm down? It's probably some of the things I talked about, but it may be some different things that I haven't talked about. So think about that. What do you do to make yourself feel better and to calm down? So hopefully I'll be able to talk with some of you in your Zoom meetings. Thank you for watching my lesson. Next week, we're going to talk to Relaxation Rex. You might see him up there on the shelf. He's going to teach us how to do some relaxation exercises. So I look forward to that and seeing you guys next week. So have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.